Hello folks, my name is Mark, this is Used to Be Videos, What's Happening? So today we're taking a look at the Ultimate Wolfman figure from NECA, which is pretty awesome. This is the color version. I really like the front of this. It has a very awesome looking reproduction of the original Wolfman movie poster. Pretty cool stuff. This is part of NECA's Ultimate Horror Movie Icon line or whatever. Pretty cool. On the inside you've got a full picture of the actual figure. And then here's all the stuff it comes with. Sorry about that glare that you see on there. Try to get rid of that. You got the full nice little window that shows all of the figure here. Lon Cheney Jr. untransformed head, and then another Wolfman head where he's snarling, and then some accessories, some extra hands. I think this is a bear trap. If I remember right in the movie, he steps in one of those traps. And then the silver cane, of which they beat him to death with at the end of the movie. Cool stuff on the side. Let's take another look here. Got some more photos of the figure here. And then more stuff, you know, very sort of pretty cool close-ups of the actual figure again. Awesome stuff. This is already getting a little hard to find. This is the color version. There's also a black and white version, so look at the detail on that, man. That's like incredible. Then you have another head that's like a snarling head. And then, of course, his untransformed version. There's the bear trap accessory. Behind him you can see some human feet, so that you can display him in his human form if you wanted to. And then some hands, of course, to swap out. But let's get this thing open. So I'm going to be very careful with this thing because this is going to be worth some money. This figure is already getting a little hard to find, so it's definitely going to be worth some cash. So I'm going to preserve the box here for any possible resale, future resale value. Which, you know, I mean, I don't usually buy these things with the idea that I'm going to be reselling them anytime soon. You know, I'm not that kind of collector. There are some people out there that's just all they do is they look at these things as like a money-making sort of like, you know, venture. And that's not really my thing. I collect things because I like them, not because I want to resell them and make money. You know what I mean? But I totally understand something though. Whoa. I mean, the thing is that Universal Monsters stuff usually does go up in value. It will be expensive, and one day, maybe when I'm like old and gray, my wife or my grandkids or something might want to sell it. So I'll preserve the box for them. That's the way I look at it. So let's take a closer look at this. Oh, that just came out. Oh, there's a little stand there as well. Okay. Let's get a closer look at that before we take him out of the package there completely. Very, very nice. You know, I like it. It has sort of a quality, like it looks like an old illustration almost, I would say. You know what I mean? Very detailed too. You can see all the little hairs and everything in their heads and all that, and you know, awesome stuff. So let's get him out of here. Like the other, oh, this one's a little looser. The rubber band thingies on this are not as tight as they were on the Michael Myers figure that we did a little while ago. Okay, let's see if we can get these out here. Let's do this without cutting the figure, or I always want to be really careful here if you're trying to preserve the packaging for this kind of stuff. You want to be careful, make sure you don't damage the bubble or anything like that. Huh, not really that many on here. Oh, there's one on his feet too. Okay, gotta get rid of that. You know. So, there you go. And let's see if we can just take him out of there without too much deforming the plastic. Plus, it's always, even if you are someone that doesn't like care about reselling things, keeping the box is always good to store the extra accessories in as well. That's what I find they're very useful for. Is that coming out? Oh wait, I gotta cut that one. One more. There, now it should come out. Ah, there we go. Alright, so let's take a look at this figure first. Okay, he's got one of these rubber things down here. There we go. Very, very nice, I must say. You know, it's, yeah, look at that. I mean, just the face, like the expression on his face is like, it's right out of the movie. You know, that looks just like he just got finished transforming. So let's see, head is on a swivel, of course. Pretty detailed. You can even see down into his neck. It's like you can't even see the joint almost. Pretty cool. Arms go up and around like that, so you have like a full range of motion in his shoulder. And let's see, very nice sort of swivel pivot joint on his elbow. Hands swivel around. Very cool. He does have a swivel at his waist. He doesn't seem to bend very much there. There's a little bit of a bend, but not very much. Same with his legs, go up and out, and single joint at the knees, and then you have a swivel and a pivot. So you got a pivot here and a swivel in his feet. So you can get a nice growling kind of rawr stance on him like that. And let's see how balanced he is. Perfect. Ooh, maybe not so much. Let's see. I think you can probably get a much more balanced kind of stance out of him. Keep in mind my surface here is not exactly flat, so that might be a problem too, keeping him standing up. Let's take a look at some accessories here. Let's move this around. Let's put the box back over here. Lean him up against that for now. Let's see. Let's take out this extra werewolf head. All right, come on out. That's going to damage it a little bit. Heads are a little tough to get out without actually bending the plastic, but here we have sort of a snarling look. Okay, come on, focus. Focus. There we go. And I think I'm going to have to go with this one. You can even see, like, look at the details, like, in his eyes. It's like he's looking out of the corner of his eyes and stuff. That's hardcore. Let's see. Let's replace this head. I always hate doing this, but okay. Oh, that came off pretty easy. All right. And you can just see the ball joint in there. And let's put this head back on there. There we go. Now it looks like he's like stalking somebody. Rawr. Right. Pretty cool stuff. Let's take a look at some of these accessories. We've got a bear trap here. I think I'm going to leave those in the package for now. But you got a bear trap, you got some extra hands, and then here's the silver cane. Wow, that's pretty detailed too. It's like a wolf's head. That's of course in the movie, and then the untransformed head. But you know, I'm not going to be displaying him as a human. Screw that. And then of course you've got feet, and then that stand. I might use the stand in order just to keep him. In fact, you know what? I'm going to take the stand out because that'll help on my horror movie shelf that I'm quickly building. That will help to keep him stable. So there we go. Oh, I see why they had the stand there, because his feet are sort of made in such a way that they're like, you know, wolf sort of feet, kind of almost. And he's like pouncing, so you want to stand on there so that you can have him in that pouncing pose and not have him fall off. So I don't have another Wolfman figure in order to compare this to. I know that they've made plenty of Wolfman figures over the years. There was, I think even NECA made a couple. Maybe, like there's one that has like cloth clothes. And then, you know, Mezco and a couple of other companies have made Universal Monsters figures, including the Wolfman. I do have another Universal Monster figure, which is of course Frankenstein, which I got for Christmas. I didn't actually make an unboxing video for Frankenstein. So, but if you get a chance, this is the ultimate color version Frankenstein. There is, of course, a black and white version of Frankenstein, too. And this figure is, like, really, really cool. Really super detailed. And both of these guys are getting a little hard to find. That's the thing with Universal Monsters stuff, is that it's the fan base for Universal Monsters stretches back 100 years at this point almost, right? So a lot of people, I mean, these characters are very iconic, and so whenever they do make merchandise for them, it tends to go up in value. It tends to disappear. It's already getting hard to find this color version of the Wolfman figure in stores. Already hard to find. You know what I mean? Like, now I can find the black and white one, but all of these are gone. So, and if you go on eBay or whatever, you know, you're already looking at aftermarket prices that are kind of going up. So, get them while you can, folks, you know. And I gotta say, though, I'm actually pretty stoked that they're putting out super detailed versions of these Universal Monster toys. You know, there's already also a mummy figure that I'm going to have to buy too in order to complete the set. And here's hoping that they make a Dracula, and then what I would really, really, really like to see would be a Bride of Frankenstein. I think that would be the coolest thing ever. Like an ultimate Bride of Frankenstein, and that would be hardcore. And if they could make The Fly, like, you ever see The Fly? Like the one with the scientist that gets a fly head accidentally transported onto his body, that would be a cool one to add to this little menagerie of movie monsters, right? The cool thing is that they're in scale with the other NECA horror movie icons as well. So they have figures of aliens, and then Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers and Pinhead and all those other ones, and so you could have this full-on like monster movie shelf, and that's what I'm sort of building right now. So maybe I'll make a video of that once I get a few more figures to flesh it out. Anyway, folks, careful though, Wolfie. Anyway, folks, you guys take care. Adios.